everything in it. I mean, the stakes are so high, who wouldn't be crying? And I don't cry as much as Rachel does. I don't think anyone does. Oh, gosh.
How do you cry? I mean, do you have, like...
I'm so dehydrated by the end of the season. I was like, I can't anymore.
Because you're an excellent, excellent crier.
Thank you very much. It's a couple things. I mean, sure, like, because you have to understand, we're not just doing it for that one moment that you see on screen.
Yeah, there's like how
we'll
many
do
takes.
my coverage, your coverage.
Yeah.
Those, like, breaking up the wine glass or the screaming and crying. You gotta imagine we do that 20 times, right? And I still want to give the same level of performance for my castmate as I would on my own coverage. So even if...
Hi, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon,
performance for my
good
cast...
evening. So I'm sure you're all familiar with my Odyssey page. Some of you are. And don't forget, I also have a website, dailyempresstarot.com. I recently added a new look to it here. Everything's on the main page here about Patreon, astrology reference sheets. I'm going to be coming out with the 2025 astrology reference sheet soon. Blog with art. And last but not least, all of my readings and my predicted videos down in here. So if you want to order a reading, just go to my About page and it'll take you to my information here and all the information to order a reading and 5 different ways that you can pay. All right, so there you have it. I don't use PayPal anymore, obviously, because they're trying to fine people $2,500 if they don't like what you post online. Yeah, so I said no PayPal for me, thanks. Anyways, the Odyssey is great. You can pay through there, as well as Buy Me a Coffee is an easy one. Anyways, so on my Odyssey page, I just uploaded this video, a very interesting video about how to stop the New World Order. It's rather long, but in it is where a former Marine, conspiracy theorists, has a lot of alleged things here I have to say for YouTube. So allegedly, according to his research, the UN already controls the American military. He pointed out the fact that the last time the U.S. Congress declared a war was in World War II. After that, none of the following wars, Korean, Vietnam, Gulf War, none of them were declared by Congress. They were declared by a UN agency. So it turns out he's saying, allegedly, that the UN and NATO is the UN, allegedly. So he's saying that, yeah, it's all been UN, and this video was taken in 2009. He said, and they're going to keep doing the wars because wars bring down morality and degenerate a society, as well as killing everybody. It brings in more government, more tyranny. And that's the point. And that's why all the people, both sides of the aisle, Democrat, Republican, they're all working for the same New World Order, allegedly. So it's sad to see people get so divisive over, red, blue, when the fact is it's all going to the same place. And it also explains why Prince Harry and Meghan are so involved in the UN, and Harry was recently speaking to NATO and doing videos with NATO, right? The Invictus Games and pushing this war, which of course, Hillary Clinton, all the rest of them, Russia, they've been building up to starting World War III with Russia. And they're still doing it, the globalists. And he also explained in this video, this is again back in 2009, but this is a plan that's been going on for generations, allegedly. Yeah. The ultimate goal, allegedly, of the globalists is to have a global governance, which apparently with 2020 and COVID looks pretty clearly set up already, but also that the rest of the society, the 99%, will live under socialism, socialist, communist setup. So which kind of also explains why Harry and Meghan, who are clearly globalists, are pushing the socialism so much with their Sussex Squad and everything else. I've shown again and again. So, yeah, there you have it. All very well explained in this 2009 conspiracy theory video. I wouldn't dare upload to YouTube, but you can get it on my Odyssey page. So, with all of Prince Harry's activities, two frames going on here. I get two video windows open here. Let's close one. Technical difficulties. There we go. So, with all Prince Harry's activities with the UN and NATO and Invictus and working with injured people, injured military people, it seems odd that he would be pushing, if he is pushing, for World War III. Obviously, according to the man, conspiracy theorist man, that's the whole game. That's why they had all these past wars, was to bring in more. And 9/11, of course, was to bring in more tyranny. And they have been doing that little by little, taking away your privacy, your freedoms, and incrementally, step by step, as David Icke calls it, tiptoe tyranny. So that's what they've been doing, and wars really help with that, right? So is this what Harry's working towards? Because it looks like Prince Harry's on board with this. He's working with the UN. He's working with NATO. It looks like he wants World War III. Yeah. Apparently, all the globalists have their hidden underground bunkers already. So you've heard about that with Mark Zuckerberg building this underground. They all have their yachts and they're ready to take off. Many have already left the country, which could be an indication that they know it's going to start any second. They're trying to push, obviously, Putin to start it, or to respond to their start. But yeah, I just read on Twitter, I don't know if it's true or not, that allegedly Biden already sent nuclear warheads to the Ukraine. So yeah. So is this what Prince Harry wants? Is this what Prince Harry is working towards? Because again, Prince Harry is working very heavily, as is Meghan. And by the way, I'm glad I looked back at that 2016 interview with Meghan, because that story Meghan gave of how she's got involved with the UN, saying that, oh, I posted a blog on my TIG and someone from the UN read it and emailed me and said, do you want to work for the UN? I mean, that is such BS. That would never happen in a million years. That's like saying you posted an article, posted something on your blog, and Harvard University called you and said, we really liked the article you wrote on your blog, no name, nothing, D-list actress. We're so impressed by what you wrote on your blog. Why don't you come here and get a PhD? I mean, that's the same type of likelihood that would happen. Some dumb actress with a foodie blog is going to be getting calls from the United Nations Women's Headquarters. They're like, come on now, come on. So Meghan's totally lying, in my opinion. There's no way on earth. The whole interview was so scripted from beginning to end, the whole thing. But anyways, let's focus on Harry. I just want to say, but this whole connection of Harry and Meghan with the UN is all very clouded in mystery and full of lies with every story they tell. But their involvement is without question. Without question. Meghan with UNESCO, traveling around, Harry with the NATO. There's absolutely no doubt about it. Them both speaking at the UN, heavily, heavily involved, and of course, as a result. So I'm wondering, is Harry working towards World War III? Does Harry want World War III? Now, as Royal Grift pointed out, Harry's Invictus show that he did with Netflix was like a PR propaganda film for promoting war in the Ukraine with NATO. So it does look like Harry is promoting war, wants to start World War III. They love watching us die, it seems. They love watching the little people, the peasants, while they sit back in their bunkers. They want to watch the peasants suffer and die. Is that what Harry's up to? Is that the grand plan for Hairball and Megalodon? The future dictators, I'm sure they're planning on being real soon. So let's find out. Is Harry trying to get us to World War III? Does he want this? Because he seems to be working towards it. Is this what Harry really wants? Is he that evil? He does seem pretty evil. Is that what Harry is working towards? Let's see what the cards show. My general attitude here. Oh my. Right out of the gate. Didn't I say, is Harry that evil? And I get the devil card. Yep. Yep. Yes. I mean, yes. Without a doubt. Next card up. Seven of Pentacles reversed. But Harry's a lazy, good for nothing. He acts, but this part of his act, though. I'm getting that his lazy, good for nothingness, where he acts like all he's doing is being stupid and drugged up at his little activities. I think that's part of the evil act that he's doing. I think he's more evil because he doesn't seem evil. He just seems like, hey, happy-go-lucky Harry. But he's actually, it looks very evil, dark under here. Whether he was made that way by someone, MK Ultra, drugs, I don't know. But he's got a big act, a big front he puts on of being a goofball. That's not true. Two of Wands reversed because they don't want you to know the plans that he's planning. He's a distraction, him and Meghan. They're both agent provocateurs, I think TRJ called them. And you can look at that as Meghan the witch stepping in and helping to distract people with their nonsense, with their fake stories of escaping the palace and how everyone's racist and toxicity online. So without a doubt, yes, Harry is part of the evil cabal, which we already knew, but it just confirms it even more so. And that Harry is that evil. He is definitely that evil. Underneath it all, Two of Cups reversed, bringing separation, sadness, divisiveness, upsetting people. I mean, that's the whole mission surrounding his whole mission here with Meghan, is creating upsets, cups, emotional, dividing people, Democrat, Republican, black, white, pro Meghan or anti Megxit, right? That's their whole mission, to come in and to divide people, to upset them and disturb them, especially during a COVID slap, as we all know, allegedly. And to disguise the grand plans of their evil warlords there that they work for, keeping them secret. And one of the ways they keep it secret is, of course, distracting people, focusing people's attention on look over here, not over there type of thing. And that's what Harry and Meghan have been doing for the past few years and continue to do. This is the past, right? Present, future. So right now, I get Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, a woman here, a lot of focus on money. I think of Catherine with this card. There has been a lot of abuse recently until now, on Catherine and William. Particularly Catherine, they've been focusing on her as part of their distraction operation and attacking her and her health issues. Getting money as well, of course. And next, I get Queen of Wands reversed. Well, there's the Megalodon card for sure. So Meghan and Harry are ramping up, and they're about to Meghan seems to be stepping in. It's going to create more furor and distraction and evilness. And at the bottom of it all, High Priestess reversed, getting people hysterical, fearful, using witchcraft, Satanism. I see High Priestess as alternate religion. And of course, with the devil, I would take that as Satanism, which Meghan hides, but she's very much involved in. She is a satanic witch. So that's all her next to the High Priestess. They're doing some kind of, I get that right now, with them. This could be referring to their new project with Netflix too, or whatever they're working on now. They're doing a lot of spell work with it. Personally, I would not watch the Netflix show. I do think there's spell work around it, just like there was with the Olympics. They're using their satanic imagery. So beware, of course, of anything Harry and Meghan come out with. Whether it's a Netflix thing or a video or whatever. Anything that they are doing some spell work right now. It's very heavy with it. And Harry with his Invictus, of course. Now, 2025 is going to be a big Invictus year. And of course, Invictus, NATO, World War III, all kinds of connecting. So I do see spell work going on now, possibly towards that mission in promoting World War III with that, promoting a war with the Invictus. And Harry, leading the charge and pretending like he's some kind of military leader, because he's already acting like one. When he went and took that Pat Tillman award that Pat Tillman's mother Mary did not want him getting, Harry made the Invictus people stand on stage with him. And when the Invictus people are about to walk off, Harry's like, no, stay for me. Like, he ordered them around. You could see that. There's very much so Harry feels like he's the general in charge of, that's the Invictus army there. And so what's going to happen in the future here? We've got King of Pentacles. Oh, there's Harry. Harry's going to become more prominent. So right now, Meghan, with not only the Netflix, but the German documentary thing, focusing on making Meghan look bad and creating more spell work and hysteria with that. But then as the time goes on, Harry is going to step in with his Invictus games in 2025. And what else? King of Wands, be more prominent, pushing himself in the media more and more trying to seem like a leader, trying to seem like a war hero. Harry, the whole Invictus is just a platform for Harry to be seen as a war hero. They always bring it up. Harry, who fought in Iraq like he's a war hero, blah, blah, blah. I mean, it's all just to promote Harry. That's the whole reason for it, I believe. Ace of Wands, and to fire people up and to get people going and to promote war. This is firing things up here. It's saying, yeah. Harry says, yeah, we got to fight. Yeah, we got to start a war. Yeah. I'm getting that Harry, his Invictus and his activities is to start new, to try to get people more acclimated through repeated imagery. Part of it is a psyop. If you keep seeing things over and over again, the same message in different places. So, of course, already with his Invictus Netflix show, he's already promoting the war. And so now he's going to be promoting it even more with this next activities that he's going to be involved with going on in the future over the next year, I would assume, including more Invictus. It's going to be, 25th anniversary or some BS. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. For sure. And he loves it. I mean, I'm getting King of Coins, King of Wands now. It's going to be Nacho helping out as well. Maybe they're going to bring it up somehow with a Netflix show. I don't know. But yeah, expect a lot more propaganda from Hairball and Megalodon for sure. So you see at the bottom of it all, it's what's hidden, what the main forces behind Harry and Meghan. I'm looking at Harry, but Harry and Meghan kind of tied together. So the main forces with this evil and this world war coming up that it seems like it's going to happen, it threatening us with, is the devil, is the Queen of Pentacles, and is the King of Pentacles. Now, I normally don't see Meghan as the Queen of Pentacles, but Harry, when I see the Queen and King together, it can be a couple. And so I do see this as Harry, Meghan, and being evil, part of their evil cabal, NATO, UN, all that. And then what's going to be happening as time goes on, Seven of Pentacles reverse. So Seven of Pentacles, is doing your work, doing it well. And here you have reverse, meaning they're going to be doing shitty, pardon my French, doing shitty, shabby work, doing their usual sloppiness, dressing sloppy, acting stupid, having their fake interviews, pushing their propaganda. And Meghan's going to be taking prominence in many ways, being destructive and distracting. And so is Harry, though, with the Knight of Wands here. I think I said King before. I'm going to say Knight of Wands here, pushing out more of the puff pieces. So Prince Harry pushing out the puff pieces and the war talk and the propaganda and the psyops here with Meghan. So especially Meghan. Meghan is, of course, loves deplatforming people and being abusive and being evil. Now, what's underneath all of this, what you don't see, what we don't see in general, Two of Wands reverse, right? Their plans, their long-term plans, the witchcraft they're doing here. High Priestess reverse, all the secrets. This is, of course, all the secrets they're keeping, all the connections, how everything's a lie. And, of course, new Ace of Wands pushing out in the collective conscious, in the media, pushing out some new divisive material to, get people upset and talking and promoting the idea of war. So I do get that Harry is promoting World War III. I think he does want, and Meghan does too, because that happens, then socialism comes in and Harry and Meghan are dictators, and that is what they want. They are evil, evil, evil. At the top of it all, they are just evil, as we know, but of course, this confirms it. It's what it's all about. So there you have it. So I hope you enjoyed this. If so, please like and subscribe. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye bye.